So satisfying.
So good, I know, right?
Oh.
Next year will be electronic.
All right. Hi there, everybody.
And we're there already.
I'm going to cut it right there. Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Blades in the Dark. This is session 5. We are picking up where we left off last time. So, the Dimmer Sister turns to you, Coyote, Ptolemy, and says, "What can I do for you, dearie?"
Well, I'm a very busy man. I have a lot of different things that I want to get done, and something that would be really useful would be if I could maybe assume other people's identities. Like if I could maybe visually transform into them whenever I wanted. Like, I mean, does that sound like a bit of a stretch?
She looks at you oddly for a second and goes, I was under the impression you already had that ability.
Well, you know, that takes a lot of effort, and it doesn't really seem very foolproof. I want something that I could really just, like, snap, and it just does its thing.
Easy magic.
Yeah.
What you're asking for is a type of magic from before the cataclysm. A pre-cataclysm spell. Very difficult to obtain. You would need...
She is from before the cataclysm.
You would need to contact the right sources.
Are you not the right source?
Oh, dearie me, no, I don't have that much power. I could put you in contact with them, though, for a small favor.
Okay. How small of a favor?
Oh,
No. Very small.
I'm not as old as I look.
just a trifle, really. There's something I need you to acquire for me.
Okay.
A nearby museum in Brightstone is holding an exhibition soon of a variety of rare and ornate coffins taken from Aruvia. It's coming through Doskvol on its way up and down the rails on a circuit. I need you to steal something from inside one of the coffins.
What would be in a coffin other than a body?
Mm.
Oh, a body. Okay. What body? Who?
My sister's back.
Oh,
Your body.
wait, your body?
No,
Oh, that'd be crazy.
not her body.
What?
And she says, not a body, not the whole body. Simply a tooth.
Any particular tooth we're talking about?
Just a single tooth. You will find the coffin you need in the central exhibit hall of the Natural Sciences Museum in Brightstone. Sneak in there and grab me one of the teeth of the central coffin. It should be the name of the body should belong to a man named Al-Putkan.
Al-Putkan. Okay.
An old Aruvian king.
Well, I mean, he's got no use for his teeth now.
Exactly.
So-
And we can make
Right.
such good use of them.
Yeah.
They'll hardly know it's missing, too, if you take one of the back ones.
But he will.
When he wakes up from his nap.
Well, I think that this opportunity is too good to pass up, and therefore I certainly will do my best to acquire this tooth for you.
Excellent. It shouldn't be too hard. I wouldn't expect any more trouble than museum security.
Museum security.
Bring the tooth back to me, darling, and I'll be sure to put you in contact with who you need to see.
Okay. Very well. Well, does anyone else
It was
have...
like the beginning of every Tom Cruise movie. It's like,
Does
there'll
it-
be nothing.
That's what I came to ask, so does anyone else have anything that they...
I already got what I want.
Yeah, you got what you wanted?
Yeah, it's like she's going to be my new mommy.
Did everybody ask what they needed to ask?
You were the only one who really needed to ask anything
Okay.
here.
Were we all there? We are all
We are all there, yeah. Well, we will
Very
we'll be
freaked out.
seeing ourselves out then.
Okay, so as you stand up from the table to go, she waves you goodbye and says, "Farewell. See you back here really soon. I wish you could stay longer."
Oh, I'm gonna pull a Columbo.
Okay.
As I'm going out the door, I'm gonna turn and says, "By the way, they call you the Dimmer Sisters. Do you have a sister?"
She smiles and says, "There are many sisters."
Oh, okay. Because usually sisters plural implies, was that little girl a sister?
So the rumor about these people is that everybody thinks there's two sisters.
Right.
Right, but they're not. Nobody's sure.
Right.
And she smiles a bit and says, "No."
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that when I come back, it won't be a stranger that I don't know.
You mean greeting you at the door, or what do you mean by that?
No, like coming back, because I'm going to keep coming back
Oh,
now, because she's like my
I
new
see.
granny.
I see.
And
Yes,
she's gonna
yes.
be like the new mother figure in my life.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, don't worry, dear. I'll always be here for you."
Oh, excellent. All right. See you next week. Bye.
So as you're heading out, the little girl returns and guides you all back out to the main door that leads you back onto the streets of Crowsfoot, and she gives you this envious look as you're heading out, almost as if she's frustrated with you that you guys can leave.
Well, I mean, we can leave, but I mean, we are coming back. So
We're pretty good at leaving.
My body is leaving, but my heart is still here.
so my clock hasn't started yet.
That's right.
Oh God. Okay.
Mine hasn't either.
It's not
Okay,
that time.
and then
Getting pre-cataclysmic abilities is something else.
so now that we're done with that, it's now time to move on to what we needed to do,
We need the
which
bottle.
would the
Keep the
bottle
bottle.
to yeah,
Ophelia?
Yep.
yes. So
All right. Well, let's do it. We're all going to go. I want to go.
I'm not
Yes,
going.
I think everybody should go. If
Oh, really?
But you don't have to.
Yeah, because
You
you
don't
asked
have
if
to.
we were all going to this thing, and said, I'm
Okay.
not going to go see Ophelia. She's not fun and interesting.
Okay.
In fact, everything Ryan has told us about her
Well, she's
suggests
like
that she's the
part demon.
opposite of fun and
Isn't
interesting.
she? She's
No,
like the
we've
demon shenanigans.
established she is not a demon.
Oh. Well, no, she's got like she's of the race that has
No,
the
she's
crazy.
not.
I mean, I'm going.
No, she's not.
She's not
Oh.
Tycherosi.
Oh, that's what we said when it
Yeah.
first said it.
The guy who was a demon we thought was.
Yeah,
But
or
he
his
was
son.
a demon.
I'm a demon.
Okay.
I'm a demon.
So, cool. So you guys are heading that way. Arthur, what are you going to do then in the meantime?
I am going to watch the shop and be a good business boy.
Sounds great.
Business
Okay.
girl.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Penelope. Okay, so the three of you head to go look at my notes here, the Foxglove, and head back to the top
I'm new
floor.
at this. I'm still getting it.
Yeah.
I'm just an intern. I don't know if I'm.
So-
I
a
know.
worker.
When my voice drops during puberty, it's gonna be really hard to get used to.
Does Ophelia know about your friends, Caelin? Like,
And how
She
awesome.
knows my crew. That I have
She-
a crew. They have a crew.
have you guys ever met her before?
no, they
No,
never.
but
No.
I'm going with my mask.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So you guys are meeting her for the first time. So as you're heading up to the top floor of the Foxglove, you're walking down the hall to get to Ophelia's room, and coming out of Ophelia's doorway, you guys see this this dark-skinned man. He actually looks like he's from the Dagger Isles, Caelin, and he kind of brushes past you guys in the hall, and he says, "Excuse me." He brushes past, and you guys catch a flash of his hand, and on his hand he has the tattoo of his skeleton going up. So like he's got a tattoo of his arm bone going up to the fingers and the individual finger bones. And you notice that the tattoo's only partially filled in. He's only got his pinky tattooed with the bones, the ring finger and the middle finger, and then there are like two segments of his pointer finger bones
So when
tattooed in.
when you were following that guy,
He's fixing to be a skeleton.
Mhm.
when you were following
The
that
demon
guy, you told us all about all of the body parts that were taken off of people, right?
It's mostly toes.
There's
Yeah,
mostly
mostly toes.
toes and noses. And...
But I'm just
We
I-
found finger bones.
I'm thinking of like the larger picture. I'm like,
I don't think
body parts. things aren't
So,
all filled in.
Caelin-
I wonder.
Caelin knows what this is.
Oh, Caelin.
Yeah,
We
uh,
took some of them.
he
didn't
took
we?
because of
three
your Dagger Isles
fingers.
heritage.
Yeah.
He took 3 fingers from one of the assassins and an eyeball from the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you took some of them, right? So they're not in their right places anymore.
Yes.
I seem to remember.
Yeah, I
Okay.
took all of them.
Marco,
Oh, okay.
Marco disrupted things.
Okay.
Okay, good.
But
All
she
I
knows.
have all of these.
Yeah.
It's like-
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
say
to
I'm
do
gonna
with
say we
them.
brought one of them with us. One of the containers of body parts.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
Just to
cool.
show her and be
All right.
like, we found this
like
in our...
this is what they're
What's
doing.
going on?
All right. So you recognize what this is, though.
Mhm.
This is a tattoo worn by a league of elite assassins from the Dagger Isles,
Mhm.
and every
Ooh.
time they kill somebody,
Oh, no.
they fill in another segment of their hand bones.
Ooh.
So if you ever find an assassin that has a full skeleton hand, that's somebody you don't want to mess with. This guy's on his way there.
Mhm.
I was thinking something more like ritualistic. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was connected to this whole like body parts like accumulation. So I was on the wrong path.
Oh, so he brushes past you guys.
I'm waiting until we get enough parts to
hall.
put one person
Um,
together.
And you guys head in, and you can see Ophelia standing there. She's like leaning like this over a desk, and there's a map of Crow's Foot spread out on the desk. And there's another man in there with her. He's kind of a larger guy. He's got a bit of a paunch to him. He's wearing this nice red, kind of real red, like faded red jacket and vest that goes up with a white shirt underneath. And he's got black hair that looks like it's kind of slicked down with water. So it's got like this one long, like thick black strand that kind of goes down here around his eyes. He looks like he's about in his early 30s. That's
It's very
you
like There Will Be Blood.
yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes. You all recognize him. This is Bazo Baz, the head of the Lamp Blacks, one of the old gang that Ophelia is associated with.
Bazo Baz.
Yep, Bazo.
Yeah.
Good old Bazo.
That's a great name.
And yeah, it's system. It's in the system.
It's in
So
the book. Yeah.
you guys walk in, and Ophelia looks up from the Crow's Foot map and goes, "Oh, Caelin, good to see you."
Are we interrupting?
No, not at all. Please come in. Bazo, you don't mind, do you? And he kind of grumbles and says, Nah, I'm good. What's going on? And Ophelia says, This is a friend of mine, and I assume her 2 associates?
Yes.
Indeed.
They just recently finished up that little job I was telling you about. And Bazo smiles at all 3 of you and goes, Oh, great! This is wonderful. And he like walks forward out to shake all your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes,
Shake his hand, enthusiast.
Yeah, he shakes it. He says, You've done a great service for me, really. I can't thank you guys enough.
He's not from the Dagger Isles, is he?
No, he's not. He's
Okay.
he's at Arkoshian.
Mm-hmm. Do the Dagger Isles, does that group of assassins have a name?
Yes. They are called the Fingerbones,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
aptly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well chosen.
So he shakes your hand warmly and looks kind of between the 3 of you. There's like this awkward moment that passes, and he kind of goes, So, I hear you have something for us. And Ophelia goes, Yes, please, Caelin.
Yes, we do have the artifact that was requested. It was a very interesting experience retrieving it. And along the way, we unearthed some more questions, rather than just discovering the item itself, which we did. But would you?
Yeah,
care...
the dude's a demon.
So Marco just cuts right to the chase there.
And he does not mean in the sense of the Taikarosi slur. He means we think he might be an actual demon.
So Ophelia and Bazo kind of pause for a second, look between Marco and Caelin, and Ophelia says, Interesting. How did you come about this information?
Well, I think maybe one of the first clues we got that he was a bit of a particular character was the fact that he was stashing body parts around the city.
So, as you say that, you notice that Bazo's...
I take out one of the containers and put it on the table. The jars.
Awesome. Is it the fingers and the eyeball? or-
Yeah.
Okay, so
The
Ophelia kind of like
assassins.
moves back a bit from it, just kind of slides back slowly.
He was placing these in strategic places.
Under bridges.
Yeah.
And you notice when you drop that bombshell, Bazo's eyes kind of like flitted left and right. Like it's very practiced,
Like
and
something is-
you know he's the type of guy who like doesn't give up facial information easily, but you can spot it. He definitely knows something about this.
And what's more, when we
I'm gonna have a
eavesdropped,
seat, by the way.
You can too, actually. Yeah.
what's more, when we eavesdropped on him, we heard some very interesting information. What was the
Don't say
what was the name of the brothel?
Oh, the widening eye.
Yeah,
The
that.
vacant eye.
The vacant eye. Thank
The
you.
vacant eye.
All right.
Something about
Right.
the 7.
So Ophelia.
They mentioned that the crows were taking control of the foot, and that they were taking a big risk in doing so, and that he was making drops, and that the 7 might be mad about this.
So Ophelia pauses for a second. She takes all this in and says, "Well, I really don't know what that's all about. But as long as you got the bottle away
Is
from..."
she lying?
That's why I want.
I want to
skill
know
is
if
that?
she's lying.
Like looking into a mirror. I'm waiting for that.
Oh, I have
I'm
Basil
waiting
on
for
here.
that
I want to know
special
if she's
ability.
lying.
Orsian is the guy we're talking about.
She's pretty practiced at this. She is
I'm waiting.
not
That's
necessarily
what that
lying,
says.
but
She
she's
is withholding
I'm waiting.
information.
She's
I'm
withholding
waiting.
information.
That's so-
She doesn't know. You get the sense she doesn't know what the 7 means, and she doesn't know what's going on there, and she didn't know the guy was a demon, but there is something
and
that piques your interest.
we recount the experience with him transforming into that,
Okay.
and that was not normal.
Yeah, so there's this kind of like cold look that comes over both Ophelia and Bazo's faces as you say that, and
Now listen,
Okay.
I understand that your affairs are your own. However, I feel that given the circumstances, if there is danger coming our way from being involved in this, we have a right to know.
there's no danger, Ophelia says, and Bazo backs her up and says, "Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. Look, you hand that thing over to us, you'll be out of this, all right? And remember, Ophelia doesn't have any connection to this either. If there's trouble to be found, she's as much danger as you are."
Fair enough. All right, we
Hand it
Yep.
over. Okay. So you bring it out, and Ophelia like looks at it, and Basil like snatches it from your hands and turns it over,
very rude.
Oh.
looking at it in his hand, and kind of examines it and goes, "Yep, that's the one. We're all good. Thanks. I appreciate it." And he sets it down on the table next to the map and goes, "So was there something else, or?"
Oh, well, after tailing
In my
him,
mind, I'm like, well, not with him here. I'm not gonna talk with him here.
so I
I
pointed.
haven't said anything.
They're looking at a map of what again?
Crow's Foot, the district in Doskvol. It's the
Okay, that
it's-
doesn't have the trail I tailed him in though. I can't point it out.
No, it doesn't. That's over the whole map. You could point that out to them if you wanted
Is
to.
there
Yeah,
anything
I'm
marked
gonna
out on the
describe the route I trailed him.
Mm-hmm.
And mention that he went to that. I don't know if that was his house or what, but where the canvas,
The artist's
was,
house
the
in-
artist's
in that
house,
market?
where there was painting going on, and how he gave it to the artist, and the artist was screwing with it.
So Basil frowns at this and says, "Thanks. We'll look into that." And then on the map, Caelin, you see there are like circles and lines drawn. It looks like they're drawing up tactical battle plans, that sort of thing.
Oh, and I also wanted to describe what I saw in the ghost veil, or in the ghost
I don't think
zone.
they care.
Which was like
They
the
seem very
tendrils and
dismissive
stuff.
so far.
Reaching out from the bottle.
I'm just taking this time to just
Reaching out from the bottle and from
get a
him,
good look at like
in case that helps him.
how he's dressed and what his face looks like.
Yeah. So
I'm just using this opportunity to just like sit and watch.
So Basil says, "Look, we appreciate the information, but trust us, we're well aware of the risks here." Now,
Okay.
how much did Ophelia owe you again? And Ophelia kind of pauses for a second and says, "I believe we agreed on 2 coin."
Did we? I don't think we.
But see,
I thought we did.
that
I don't
seems-
remember.
I think 6 coins sounds about
Six.
right.
That Jesus Christ!
Are you
Don't
taking
say
it?
that.
Are you going for it?
Don't
No,
offend
no.
her.
No. I'm just gonna say like
she's
you told me it was 4 coin.
Are you go
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah.
That sounds like okay.
It sounds like you're
Oh,
throwing
no,
me
I'm
under the
not-
bus. Is
I'm
what
not trying to
you're
use a
doing.
roll.
You're
Risky-
making me look
risky
like
standard.
an idiot in front of my.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not-
about
if
to
that's gonna incur a roll, no.
I was about to say
I mean,
'cause,
anything
like,
you want to happen here will incur a roll. So
If you want to do
Daring!
I choose
Daring!
nothing. I choose nothing.
Ah.
I am
that,
not.
I
I
didn't
am a
say that.
daring
I have
physical
my character.
acrobat.
My
I am
character
not
has
a
no
daring-
idea you're going to say that. This is metagaming.
Well,
You can choose to do what
it
you
doesn't
want.
seem like a daring thing to say anyway. It just seems to be like
A petty, stupid thing.
inaccurate thing to
Yeah.
say.
I don't know. You're
All right,
standing.
all right.
You're standing in the room with one of the heads of one of the like biggest gangs in Crowsfoot, and you're gonna try to squeeze them for more money. It's
Well, I
pretty daring.
feel like the risks we went to, it was a demon. And we're getting 2 coin?
Risky great.
That's not a great.
Risky great
Look,
effect.
what-
That's
yeah.
what I'm setting the position if you
Yeah.
want to roll.
Yeah, I can use like.
I'm not saying anything while I'm here.
I will take this.
You're the one who has.
I'll
Like,
take this in stride, but I do feel slighted.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Bazo hands you guys the 2 coin. Yeah, Ophelia definitely looks like she wants
just
to
enough
say
to rub together.
she wants to say more here, but she doesn't want to say it with Bazo in the room.
Commoner.
I just kind of like give her a look.
And she smiles and hands you over 2 bags of cash for the 2 coin.
I just love
2
that.
giant nickels.
I just love the idea of being in this mask
No,
and
it's,
just not
it's a
saying
lot
a
of
word.
money.
All right.
And I'm just
so
in
we
the
take
corner.
it. Okay,
I'm
and
just-
we're leaving. And as we leave, I turn around and I say,
I always have this impression that your mask
I say
has
to
like
her,
no
kind of like-
impression on it, so that like no one can ever see. Like,
Yeah, you use your character
Yeah,
uses
right?
their facial expressions and to sway people,
Well,
but they can't actually see them.
yeah,
Well,
this is like one of those things where it's like you
the-
can't read this facial expression.
The
'cause
teeth,
it's
the
literally
teeth
a
are
mask.
showing though, so it always looks like default.
Oh, that's true.
It's like a default angry.
Default beast mode. Okay, so
Default
so
beast mode.
What are you
we're,
saying,
we're on
Regina?
our way out, and I turn, and as I'm leaving, I turn and I say in a kind of half joking manner to her, I say, "Oh, and Ophelia, I noticed your guest on the way out. Is 1 dagger isle native in your employ not enough?"
she smiles tightly at you and says, "There's a war on, Caelin. We have to bring in every favor we can get."
Did I whisper that loud enough for her to hear?
It's just underneath the mask.
I'm
She
like,
just thinks you're a weirdo.
she should.
No, they definitely think you're a weirdo because you're
Good.
just standing there with this coyote mask.
No,
on and
no,
you
I'm
haven't said
I'm
anything.
sitting in the chair.
Oh, you're sitting everything. Okay.
Favor.
I'm very like very like
Savor the
laid
favor.
back.
lounging around. Your
Alright.
your mask obscures your whispers, so she thought you said
There's
flavor.
a very
It's like
favor.
All right, so you guys are out. Okay, great. Back at the lair.
Right.
you should put a thing on there so that
Go to
changes
bed.
your voice, so you're like always auto-tuned or something.
That would be
I
so
imagine
good.
I'll probably just adopt the Christian Bale Batman one.
Oh, so no.
Where is she?
I was gonna say you should talk like Snake.
I know it's so revealing when you
Like,
watch it on DVD
wait,
and you can have
Solid Snake.
subtitles and like, oh, that's what he said.
Batman.
Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Oh god.
It's like-
I stepped in all these Metal Gears.
Otacon, I think love can blossom even on the battlefield.
Okay,
It's a
so
funny voice.
It's a great voice.
if it was up to me,
Have you heard the guy's voice when he's not doing it? He sounds like a regular old dude.
Yeah, he does. All right.